I introduce them, I got this message this morning from Bono. He said, "Oh, St. Patrick, he drove out the snakes with his prayers, but that's not all it takes. For the smoke symbolizes an evil that arises and hides in your heart as it breaks. And the evil isn't from friends, from the darkness that lives in some men, but in sorrow and fear, that's when saints can appear. To drive out those old snakes once again. Ireland's sorrow and pain is now the Ukraine, and St. Patrick's name is now Zelensky."
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Celebrity cringe is probably one of my favorite things, one of my guiltiest pleasures to consume, because it's just unbelievable. And then when you mix celebrity and politician cringe together, you get a whole new gumbo that is just to die for, a literal chef's kiss. When you have somebody like Skeletor Nancy Pelosi reading a poem about written by Bono, and you end up with them getting mercilessly mocked over an unhinged poem for Ukraine that was read on St. Patrick's Day, you have one of the best possible combinations. I couldn't be happier. I'm glad I'm using my brand new Meta PC to record this video, by the way. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Look, if you've been around, you know that I've been talking about Meta PCs for a very long time. In fact, it's the primary computer I use. But it's not just because they're a sponsor. It's for so many more reasons. They have fully customizable, configurable PCs and all the hardest to find parts in stock and ready to go. They also have ready to ship PCs ready for you today. Here's a couple reasons why I like Meta PCs. First and foremost, it's veteran ownership. Meta PCs is a veteran-owned business. One of Meta's owners has served both in Afghanistan and Iraq and received a Purple Heart for his service. Meta also employs military veterans in Meta's Operations Center and also provides systems to veterans going back to school to help them re-enter the workforce all across the United States. They offer financing. It has 100% US-based sales and support. And when you receive your PC, it's ready to go right out of the box. You don't have to get complicated and set things up. You just plug it all in and you're ready to rock. And on top of that, Meta PCs is offering you, my viewer, a huge discount when you use the link in the description or you use promo code TheQuartering. If you use my code at checkout, not only do you save money, but you support my content and a company that will not bow to cancel culture. So maybe you're not ready to pick up a new computer today, but when you are, remember to go to metapcs.com and use promo code TheQuartering to support me and to save money. And everybody wins. Hey, they're not just for gaming. Absolutely awesome company. They've stuck by me through thick and thin, through people trying to cancel their relationship with me. You may not be ready to get one right now, but when you are, remember Meta PCs, promo code TheQuartering, and save. War is over. Thanks, Bono. U2 frontman is mercilessly mocked over his unhinged poem for Ukraine that was read aloud by Nancy Pelosi on St. Patrick's Day as if they'd ended the war. U2's Bono has been ridiculed online for writing an unhinged poem about Ukraine. The 61-year-old rock superstar's poem was unveiled by Pelosi at the White House's annual Friends of Ireland luncheon yesterday. Bewildered guests were treated to such lines as, "They struggle for us to be free, from the psycho in our human family, Ireland's sorrow and pain is now the Ukraine, and St. Patrick's name is now Zelensky." What? What? After finishing her reading of Bono's musings on Vladimir Putin's bloodthirsty invasion, the room erupted with laughter before Pelosi moved awkwardly on to introduce a river dance performance. Absolutely BTFO'd by her own people. Absolutely devastatingly hilarious. The poem was quickly derided on social media, with one Twitter commenter saying, "Insane to look at the net worth of Bono and Pelosi and know that this is as much as they're willing to do to help, and they think it means anything." Another quipped, "Breaking reports that Russian troops are now surrendering en masse after being read a translation of Bono's poem." Meanwhile, Fox News' Tucker Carlson remarked sarcastically that Pelosi may have unveiled the most powerful weapon in her armament. Carlson mercilessly mocked the House Speaker, saying that most people would have kept the verses to themselves or shared them with their family. What you would not do is read it in public in deadly seriousness, unless you had your head so far up your own rear that you had no idea where you were. In which the case you'd pull it out and read it and act like you just ended the war. "You and Bono, thanks, Nancy," he said with a smirk.
So the war in Ukraine grinds on, and the killing happening directly to Ukraine. No, it's not a missile. It's not an anti-tank Stinger. It's not a MiG. It's a poem by Bono of U2. Listen.
I got this message this morning
I want to get
from
to
Bono.
I want to
About
get to the
snake
end of this.
From and St. Patrick's name is now Zelensky.
They did laugh.
Yeah. So let's say
They did laugh. Pelosi said that Bono, who is from Dublin, had been a very Irish part of our lives. She said she revealed Bono had sent her the poem that morning as she shared it with lawmakers on the 17th. It had been since torn apart on social media, with one user calling it the worst poem ever written. Another social media user said the line, "The psycho in the human family," was absolutely the most unhinged. Is he saying we're all one big family and Putin is no longer invited to dinner, she asked? Others called for Bono to face sanctions and wrote their own parody versions of the poem. One joked that Bono had written a poem that read, "The war is so sad, it's making me mad, but I hope that Vlad gets ended really bad." Russians are red, Ukraine flag is blue and yellow, Nancy is plastered, let's all be mellow. Bono shared his poem online as he claimed that that the pan verse wasn't written to be published, but maintained the limerick is irregular and not funny at all. "We stand with the people of Ukraine and their leader," he added. Roger Waters, the co-founder of Pink Floyd, slammed Bono and Pelosi in a tweet as idiots. I don't know what that is. Oh, which is slang term for idiots. Isn't it enough that idiot, I get it, Bono goes and hobnobs with the oligarchs at Davos every year without getting the idiot Nancy Pelosi to foist his terrible poem on us? The legendary musician mused. Bono's attempt at a heartfelt poem was about alleged war criminal Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine, came less than a week after poet laureate Simon Armitage published his take. It's more likely to make Russian troops fall over laughing at the idiocy of Bono's poem and USA Speaker Pelosi's endorsement of it, unlike a rousing speech from Shakespeare's Henry V play, Kenneth Wilcox writes. Michael Fry writes, "Hi Bono, it's the White House here. We've been trying to reach you all day. I'm just in touch about the poem you said you'd write for Speaker Pelosi. Sure, baby. When's it due? In 10 minutes. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll hand it in 5. My name is Bono. Russia invading Ukraine is wrong-o. It's St. Patrick's Day. Can't we all get along-o?" Here's Bono kicking it with Vladimir. I mean, like, you see this article, Nancy Pelosi reading a poem written by Bono about Ukraine was as cringe as you'd expect. How about that? Pelosi laughed to the room after reading the poem. She then immediately introduced the event's live entertainment, Riverdance, which, when juxtaposed with the situation in Ukraine, was particularly striking. Of the poem and Pelosi's readings of it, former New Yorker writer James Mitchell seemed to speak for many when he tweeted, "It was somehow worse than I imagined it would be, and I had imagined it would be pretty bad." Well, I hope that it was worth it, Nancy Pelosi, and the people that keep looking up to you. I assume that you had to be on another level of your mind had to be another level. I think that was a good idea. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.